This is our £2 food club, which runs every week and has done now since last March. People come and they shop for a bag of shopping for a couple of pounds, and also we have an opportunity to talk to people and signpost them to other help as well.
They are allowed to choose and select 15 products of their own for their own choice, and that feels really very enabling, because this isn't about us giving them a food parcel, it's about us helping and supporting them with their shopping.
One of the things we were very keen on right from the very beginning, that there'd be no barriers to anybody coming. It is held in the same place as the food bank locally, and it is there without barriers, which is the difference between that and the food bank.
It's about building a community of people. As we've had partnerships across the town, really, the town council, lots of the shops, other groups like the golf clubs, the schools have been really supportive. And actually it feels a bit like we're in partnership with everyone who comes, because quite often they'll come and they'll do their shopping, but they'll also bring things they've got too many of or that they saw were on special offer. So the whole thing is a partnership, really.
Somebody asked for wool, and then somebody else said, "Oh, I've got wool, I can bring it." So they brought wool in. The lady who wanted the wool then made toys. When we started the Christmas Club collection, she bought a whole bag full of knitted blankets and dolls clothed in knitted outfits, etc. So the impact and the ripples that have been created from it go far beyond anything we could have imagined in the beginning.
One of the things that has changed is that the people come for the shopping, but because of people's needs and anxieties and fears, there's also the need for pastoral support, which they also receive here. So there's quite a deep trust relationship formed with quite a number of people within the group that comes on a regular basis.
It has helped people be empowered to make their own decisions too, by simply having somebody to talk to. So every week there is always a member of clergy here, sitting to the side, able to offer pastoral support or just, how are you doing? And it helps us to build up relationships. And by building relationships, we're building trust, and then people feel they can talk to us.
The next kind of evolution, which is just really in the early stages, is the idea of doing a sort of £2 uniform club over summer. And so the project exploded, not just because of the changes in the pandemic, but because we're actually engaging and talking to and listening to people more.
I think in many ways what we've done as church is we've hunkered down, we've gone behind the doors. We've thought that we have nothing or very little to give to other people. What has been the most astonishing thing for me is that the amount of trust that people repose in you just because you're available. That's been good to see, that we can actually give people hope and that they start to see that this is a place of sanctuary.
I think it's made us very much more accessible. The church actually does love people, and it actually wants to put that love into action, because often it just looks like empty words. And in this case, this is love in action.
The food club has given us a place again in the centre of the town. It's given us a sort of credibility in the town as well. Suddenly, other organisations are looking to us as the people to get in touch with if they want to help or if they want to connect with other people. Personally, I can't kind of walk down the high street without someone coming up to me and talking about the food club or asking whether they can come, whether they can help. And so it's completely changed how St. Peter's is viewed and started a process of moving the church back into the centre of the community.
Oh, do go for it. I can only say that we set up a Starling bank account within 2 weeks, I think. We had everything sort of set as a start base within that fortnight. All right, we've had to make it a bit more sophisticated as we've gone on. But don't hesitate, don't sit around talking about it, because then you'll never do it.
The first bit of advice is to clergy. Allow people to come with their passions and to be a person that says yes. This project has worked, not because it was an idea on a kind of strategy meeting or on a missionary conference. It evolved because people came with their passions and said, we've got this idea, we've got these skills, what can we do? My advice to churches will be just to get on with doing it, by not being afraid to fail, by not being afraid to take a few risks. This project's grown and grown and changed as it's gone.
Just go for it, and the Holy Spirit will bless it. It's not us.